Did you know that when applying for a visa into any country, a letter of motivation and a letter explanation is the only way you can communicate with your visa officer? Did you? Did you also know that there's a huge difference between a letter of motivation and a letter of explanation? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to properly write a letter of motivation and a letter of explanation, and also giving you guys the tips and tricks I used for writing my letter when applying for my visa into Canada. So get your pen, get your paper, and stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're an oldie, thank you so much for coming back. My name is Neka from makeupbynneka, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, I decided to make this video because some of you guys sent me messages, emails requesting that I actually send you my letter of motivation or letter of explanation. But the thing with that is, in those letters, they're actually very personal information that no one is meant to disclose. So that's why I decided to make this video today, so that I don't get to send letters to individual people. So if you actually write your own letter or you form your own letter, try not to disclose your letters to anyone, because they are very personal details that no one is meant to know about. Okay, so disclaimer, just in case you see me looking down or you see me looking sideways, I actually have my phone, my notebook, and my pen. I purposely took my time to make this video for you guys, so I don't want to forget anything. So that's why I have those resources by my side. Just get into the video. Letter of motivation, letter of explanation, those are two different letters you write for two different occasions. Okay, what's a letter of motivation? A letter of motivation is the very first letter you write when applying for any visa, while a letter of explanation is the second letter you write if you get rejected. So if you don't get rejected of any sort, the only letter you will get to write is a letter of motivation. So now let's get started with the letter of motivation. The letter of motivation, like I said earlier, is the first letter you write to your visa officer when you're applying for your visa. So when you're gathering all your documents, your admission letter, police report, bank statement, everything, a letter of motivation is also going to be attached to those documents. So in the letter of motivation, you're basically just trying to convince your visa officer that you're actually eligible and you're a good candidate for the visa you're applying for. So I'm just going to pull up my own letter of motivation that I wrote in 2018 to process my own Canadian visa, and I won't be going in detail. I'll just be generalizing it just so that you guys get an overview or a generalized knowledge about the steps, the paragraphs, what to write, the structure, the guidelines, and the formats, and things not to miss when composing your letter of motivation. So in my own letter of motivation, there were 6 paragraphs. It doesn't have to be 6 paragraphs, but I'm just telling you guys what mine looked like. I started with this: dear visa officer, you don't want to be a gender stereotype because you don't know who is processing your visa. You don't know if it's a male or you don't know if it's a female. So you just say dear visa officer, all right? My name is Neka. You state your full name. You state your age. So I wrote I am 23 years old. I am applying for a study permit. In my case, I was actually applying for a study permit, but if you're applying for a work permit, let it take the place of a study permit right here. I am applying for a study permit as I was accepted into so and so school. So you state the school you were accepted in, so you state the program you are actually accepted into. So now that's the first paragraph. So the second paragraph, you're just going to say personal things about you. Here I stated where I was born and I was raised, my family size, what I wanted to be in future. This letter is a formal letter, right? But it's informal at the same time. Even though like it's a formal letter and you're meant to be formal with your words and your composure and everything, but just go more in depth. Okay, I mean, this is how I wrote mine. I don't know how other people wrote theirs. So yeah, the second paragraph is just going to entail everything about you: where you went for your high school, for your college, the courses you took, the programs you took when you were in university, just an overview of your life in general, like the key points of your life. So that's what the second paragraph is going to entail. Okay, So now this second paragraph is just you giving them your selling points, like giving them base, like telling them good things about yourself, like what you achieved in high school, what you achieved in university, if you graduated with the first class, if you graduated with A's all through, what kind of seminars you attended in school. If you actually meant to tell someone very good things about yourself, what would you actually say? So that's what this third paragraph is all about. So just give them like everything positive about yourself that actually relates to your studies or relates to your future career or your future goals. So things like that. So just basically sell yourself in this third paragraph, okay? So that they will know that, oh, this person, you know, if we add one or two things to our country, so we could just, you know, add them inside. So you're basically just selling yourself in this third paragraph, okay? Then now the fourth paragraph, I think the fourth paragraph is basically like the most important. So it's going to be more about like, why did you choose Canada? Why didn't you choose US? Why didn't you choose France? Why didn't you choose a country in Europe? Why didn't you choose Italy? Why didn't you choose Germany? Why didn't you choose any other country? Why was Canada your first option? For example, me, I'm in the medical field, right? And medicine or nursing in Canada actually has like a high standard. They don't take the medical field lightly here. So I told them, oh, Canada is one of the best, you know, countries in terms of healthcare and medical services and everything. And I want to further my education here because I feel I can benefit from their high standard of education. So now, basically, in this point, you're trying to gas their country. Let them know that you know that Canada is a good place or US is a good, whatever country you're applying to, okay? Every country has its own positives, right? Every country has their own selling points. So you know, research about those selling points and tell them why it's related to your visa application. All right. So now that's what this fourth paragraph is all about. The fifth paragraph is just going to be basically your finances. Finances is very, 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 very important when applying for any visa application. There's so many people that were denied because of they didn't really prove that they were stable in terms of finances, right? Your visa officer wants to know that when you come here, you won't be a burden to their country. When you come here, you can take care of yourself. When you come here, you'll be able to, you know, feed yourself, pay your bills, pay your school fees and everything. So they want to know, like, what resources will you use to take care of yourself for the meantime before you start working or before you get your balance here. So in my case now, I told them that my sponsor is going to be my dad, and when you're actually applying for your visa, you're going to actually provide a bank statement. In fact, every country visa process, you actually need a bank statement because they want to be sure that okay, you are okay and you're stable financially, right? This fifth paragraph, right, you're going to write like who is going to sponsor you. If you're going to sponsor yourself, you let them know, oh, I'm going to sponsor myself because I've worked in Nigeria for about 2 years, 3 years, and I have so and so amount of money in my bank account, and you prove it. Just let them know that okay, yes, you're actually financially okay to take care of yourself when you actually come into Canada. Bank statement is very, very, very important. So you have to let them know that you're financially stable in that letter. The last paragraph is just you basically reassuring them that, oh, after I finish my school, I'm going to go back to my country. After my course for 2 years, of my course for 3 years, I'm going to go back to my country with the knowledge I've actually gained from Canada to improve in the growth of my country. And afterwards, you tell them, thank you for considering my application, and I hope to hear from you soon. Sincerely, and you write your name below. That's just basically it for a letter of motivation. So now let's recap. So you have 6 paragraphs in your letter of motivation. The first thing you write is, Dear Visa Officer. Then you start with a general overview of yourself. Then you also tell them everything about yourself. That's in the second paragraph. Then the third paragraph is your selling point. You tell them what's good about you. What do you have to offer to the country? Why should they actually take you? The fourth paragraph should entail why did you choose Canada? Give them the selling points about Canada, okay? Then the fifth paragraph should be about your financial stability. Who's going to take care of you when you get here? Are you going to take care of yourself? How much do you have in your bank account? Okay, let them know that you're financially stable. And the sixth paragraph is going to entail that you're going to go back to your country regardless, okay? Then thank you for considering my application, and I hope to hear from you soon. Yours sincerely, Beatrice Oyedebo. Whoever it is, but your name, put your name down there. So at this point, if you're applying for a visa for the first time, this is all you need. This is all the tips and tricks you actually need to apply for a visa. All you need right now is a letter of motivation, and I hope you don't actually need the second part of this video. but you can always continue watching this video if you want to get more knowledge about the letter of explanation. And one thing I want to let you guys know is getting rejected is normal. It's not the end of the world. If you get rejected once, twice, it is perfectly fine. Reapply if you'd want to, and you never know what's going to happen. But I wish you guys success in your application. So let's get into the letter of explanation. So from my take on things, I believe you're actually watching this part of the video because you were either rejected, or you just want an extra knowledge about the letter of explanation, or you want extra tips and tricks on things to add in your letter of explanation. Getting rejected is perfectly fine. It is okay. I was rejected once when applying into Canada, and it was okay, even though it felt like the end of the world for me because I didn't just know what to do, or I didn't just know better then. But getting rejected is actually okay. All right, but hopefully after watching this video, this will be your last unsuccessful application. Okay, your letter of explanation differs from your letter of motivation because in this letter you're actually going to be commenting on the reasons your visa officer gave you for refusing you. My own letter of explanation consisted of 6 paragraphs. Initial reason they gave me when refusing my Canadian visa, they gave me 3 reasons. Okay, but it differs for different people. Some just have 1 reason, some have 4, some have 5, some have 6, some even have more. So the more reasons they give you, the more paragraphs you should write. Just like the letter of motivation, your letter of explanation should begin like this: dear visa officer. Like I explained, you don't want to be gender stereotype or anything because you don't know the gender of the person who's going to process your visa. So if it's a woman and you say dear sir, she might get offended. What do you mean? What do you mean a woman cannot process your visa? Is that what you mean? Or if you say dear ma, you can also be offended if it's a guy. So you never know who's actually going to process your visa. So just say dear visa officer and everyone will just be happy. You don't want them to be angry when processing your visa, okay? So make sure you don't make that mistake, all right? Just like the letter of motivation, you're going to say, my name is Nneka. State your full name. If you have 3 names, state your full 3 names. If you have 4, state everything. I applied. So now this is the past tense. So if you applied for a work permit, you say I applied for a work permit on, you include the date you actually applied for your work permit or your study permit. So in this case, I applied for my study permit on October 12th, 1995. That's my birthday, so that's why I'm using that date. But received a visa refusal on, so you actually state the date you actually refuse. So the date they send you an email or they send you a letter, the refusal letter, that is the date you should actually include in this letter of explanation. Right? After that, you're going to include your UCI. Your UCI means your unique client identifier, and it's a 10-digit number. So you're going to include that there, and also you're going to include your application number. So when you are applying, you automatically have an application number. So now this is an overview of the first paragraph. You're going to write your name. You're going to add that you applied for a study permit on the date, and you got a refusal on the date. And you're going to include your UCI and also include your application number. That's the first paragraph. After that, you're just going to jump straight to the point and start with your reasons. In my case, they gave me 3 reasons for refusing my visa. So I'm just going to address those 3 reasons. But if you are given 2 reasons, address just 2 reasons. If you're given 6, make sure you address those 6 reasons, okay? My first reason goes like this. This is my visa officer now talking, okay? I am not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in subsection 216 of the IRPR based on your travel history. Let me just tell you guys a story about my life. When I was in Ukraine, I knew that I was going to travel to Canada afterwards, okay? I made sure I traveled to different countries, and I made sure that I didn't exceed my stay of duration in those countries. I make sure that my travel history was so perfect and so clean. So I had things to back up this reason. My travel history is actually very, very perfect. When I was in Ukraine, I never illegally stayed in Ukraine. I was legally staying in Ukraine all through until I left Ukraine. So I made them know all these things, right? So I had proof. I attached stamps. The visa I used to travel to other countries, I attached them. I also attached when you're entering into a country, right, you're going to get an entry stamp, and when you're exiting, you're going to get an exit stamp. So I made sure I attached the copies of my passport that had those exit and entry stamps, so that they will know that, okay, yes, she actually stayed when she was meant to stay and she left when she was meant to leave. So I had reasons to back this up. So whatever reason they give you, just try to think about things you've done right or you've done positively to back up that reason. All right. My second reason was, I am not satisfied that you leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in subsection 216 of the IRPR based on your family ties in Canada and in your country of residence. At that time, my country of residence was Ukraine. I stayed in Ukraine there for 5 years, but I didn't have any family tie in Ukraine. There was nobody there. So I told them that, oh, I don't have any family in Ukraine. Like, I didn't really understand this reason, but I tried to explain to them that I'm all alone here. It's just me here. They also said, based on my family ties in Canada, my brother is in Canada presently. He was a student before he started working and everything, but he was never illegally staying in Canada, right? Everything is done in accordance to the government rules and regulations, right? So try to, give them reasons why the reasons they gave you is not, is not adding up. You understand? The third reason they gave me was based on your purpose of visit. I stated that I already have my admission letter and I had already paid half of my school fees. I gave them my application number and everything for my school, and also attached a receipt of my school fees in the visa application, just to give them more assurance that, oh, this reason they gave me is kind of shaky because I've already gone so far in terms of paying half of my school fees and everything. So that's just the general overview of things. You just have to give them reasons. You don't have to use the exact reasons I'm telling you guys. No, you don't have to, and the reasons they give you might be different. So whatever reason they give you, just try to back it up with positive things that relate to that reason. So if they say they don't think you're going to leave Canada based on your travel history, don't start stating, oh, you've paid your school fees so they should give you the visa. No, it doesn't add up. So whatever reason they give you, always think about the best suitable answer to counteract that reason. Okay, I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but I think you flow. All right, so my fifth or sixth paragraph, I don't know which paragraph I'm on right now, but I think it's on my sixth paragraph, was just me telling them, oh, I'm really, really grateful for reconsidering me. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear something positive from you soon. And yeah, thank you. Yours sincerely, Nneka Blessing Isaiah, because that's my full name. Cap. In conclusion, I wish you guys success in your visa application. And like I said, if you get rejected, it is perfectly okay. It is normal to get rejected. Success comes with the ups and downs. So that also relates to this. So if you get rejected, this is fine. If you feel you can reapply, always try and reapply. You never know what's going to happen. If you can't, you can try other countries if you want to. So yeah, I wish you guys success, and I hope that your visa application goes on the way you wanted, and I hope it actually yields something very, very positive. Please, if you got into this point, give this video a like and leave your comments down below. I want to see what you guys are up to. What country are you planning on applying into? How many times have you been rejected? Let me know down below. I want to see you guys setbacks, but also see you guys victories at the same time. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please also don't forget to turn on the post notifications so that you can get notified every single time I upload. Follow me on my social media platforms, Makeup by Nneka, every single where, Instagram, Twitter, and on Snapchat. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on the post. Oh my god. Stay hydrated.